Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel Engelbarts if you are new here, and if you are new, you may not know how much I adore fall. I also love decorating. So you put those two things together and you have decorating for fall, which is like the epitome. I would be lying if I said it was a really easy project to decorate my front porch, only because I have 3 small children that sort of needed me. It seems like every time I started to work on the front porch. You're gonna see in this video that I start out cleaning it on a completely different day that I end up finishing the decorating of the front porch. Also, the time that I was able to allot to decorating was not the best lighting, so I apologize for that, and I hope you can try to enjoy the video anyway. My front porch is pretty small, so luckily that means there's not a whole lot of area to decorate, which means I get to save money, and it doesn't take very long. So it's pretty easy to transform this space. I was able to purchase almost everything locally from a local farmer's market. I really enjoyed selecting the pumpkins and gourds that went on our front porch this season. I tried to go with more earthy tones and just sort of a more organic, natural feel. And luckily, the selection at our local farmer's market was perfect for that theme. I also was able to get some really huge, really beautiful mums that I think just absolutely scream fall and really add to the porch decor that I went with this year. As I was decorating this morning, it was like crisp and perfect fall weather, and it just got me so excited for this coming season. Let me know what your favorite season is in the comments below. Fall is definitely my favorite season, I think, because it kicks off fall, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and that is my absolute favorite time of the year. So if you are not already subscribed and you want to see a lot of content like this coming up, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I also will link below for you my other 2 fall decorating videos. I did a DIY fall decor video and a decorate with me video, and so I will link those below for you. And with that said, let's get on with the video. So starting off, I'm just removing everything that I had on the porch already, and I'll give everything a nice clean before I start redecorating for fall. 'Cause I don't have time. I previously had a lamp on the end table right here, and that made it like a bug graveyard is what Brad calls it, because every night the bugs are attracted to that lamp, which I had on a timer, and we just had to basically sweep it every morning. But now that I've removed that table, I could see how bad the damage really was. So I spent some time sweeping, and it really needed to be done a couple of times because later on I'm going to be repotting some of these plants, and that definitely made a mess as well. Feel it deep inside. We will never work this out. We will never work this out. I can feel it deep inside. We will never work this out. We will never work this out. We're falling down. We're falling down. So basically the only time I clean these windows on the front door is when I redecorate for a new season. So I'm just using these e-cloths. I talked about them before, and I will definitely be talking about them again because I love them. I use them for all of our windows, all of our mirrors, basically anything that's like a clear, smooth surface, and they do a great job. There's the cloth that I'm using right now that does the majority of the cleaning, and then the next cloth that you use sort of buffs and shines after you do a majority of the bulk cleaning. So they're amazing. They allow you to clean any surface without using chemicals or products, and I love them. So I will have those linked below if you are interested. And then I'm just going over with a microfiber cloth and some cleaning solution. I use a Mrs. Meyer's multi-purpose solution for basically everything. And so I'm just going to go over the white parts of the door and get as much of the smudges and things off as I can. You'd be amazed just going over your door frame how much of an impact that has. There's always handprints and smudges and things pretty much everywhere, but definitely right around the door handle, that it always surprises me how much better it looks after I do something like this.
will never work this out. We will never work this out. We're falling down. We're falling down. What's happening right now?
So this is an end table that Brad actually made for me based on something that I saw on Pinterest. He just made it without a design or anything. He just kind of freehanded it, which I thought was amazing. So I have one of them in our living room and I have the other one on our porch, and we've treated it with like a protectant sealant type thing, but it still has taken a beating. Just being outside in the weather and the elements, it's really gaining that rustic patina, which I don't know if you can use that word to describe anything besides leather, but it is looking pretty rustic, and I really don't mind because, I don't know, it kind of fits my decor.
Kissing yellow concrete. We watched all of them together until we couldn't go to sleep. Wish it lasted forever, but it faded away. I was wrong, you were right. We couldn't stand tall under the fire. Somewhere I can see the silver line.
These mums, like I mentioned before, are just gorgeous. They are huge and beautiful and really make an impact, even though I only got 3 of them. I thought they looked perfect in these pots that I already had on hand. I am not a person that you probably want to go to learn about how to replant flowers or mums or whatever. I do not have a green thumb, but I do know that you're supposed to kind of rough up the root system, so that's sort of what I did before I planted this. And I also filled up that pot mostly full with a bunch of different like large plastic items that we had, some milk jugs and a big salad container and things that I would have put in the recycling. Instead, I filled up this bucket or this pot with those things so that I didn't have to put as much potting soil in.
Wish it lasted forever.
And just stuck in a real life moment of Lyndall needing me to put her dinosaur back inside her egg for her. She told me I needed to wash my hands beforehand, but I told her I wasn't going to.
Under the fire, somewhere I can see the silver lining, but it's so far away. I was wrong, you were right.
So in this large planter, I had a really cute arrangement for summer, and it was just sort of overgrown and tired looking, but I was able to salvage the spiller part of my plant arrangement. So I had a thriller, a big tall grassy thing, and then I had a filler which was just a bunch of flowers, and then the spiller was these, I think they're called like a potato vine, but I thought the coloring on those looked really pretty with the mums and brought in sort of a rusty fall color. So I decided to just try to replant those, and I then decided to wrap the vine around the side of the planter. So I thought that looked kind of cute, and I don't know if I'll leave it or not. It just kind of depends, I guess, on if it stays alive.
We could have stand tall under the fire. Somewhere I can see the silver lining, but it's so far away. I was wrong, you were right. We could have stand tall.
So I decided to play with the arrangement of things and kind of change things up. Before I had the bench over on the right side and I had the table on the left side, but I thought it might look cute if I switched them, and I think I was right. I kind of like the way that it looks this way better. I just feel like, I don't know if it's the feng shui or what, but it just seems like there's more room for the bench and it doesn't look as crowded on this side. The only unfortunate thing is now I don't have the plug-in near the table so that I can put a lamp out there. which I really think the lamp adds a lot of ambiance to the porch. So then, as you will see, I'm just having some fun playing with the arrangement of the pumpkins and placing things and replacing them and just deciding where they look best. This is almost never, I never go with what I do the very first time. I just kind of place things and look at it and then rearrange as I go until it feels right. I'm doing okay, Lyndall, thank you. Are you doing okay?
Yeah.
So like I said before, I found some really neat colored pumpkins. You can see the one over on the left is like a really pale blue. I guess technically that's probably a gourd. And then the one behind the thankful sign over to the right is a really muted orange plus some white ones. And I just thought they were really pretty. I don't know if it's just that I've never looked for that color of pumpkin before, but I don't feel like I've ever seen those. So I was really excited to find those because that's exactly the look I was going for this year. So you can see how much I'm like stalling and staring at the design and deciding where things will fit best. And I really don't think that there is necessarily one right answer. It's just something you have to play with until it's appealing to your eyes. Anybody who farms is probably cracking up at the idea that people would buy corn stalks like this, but I was really excited. They were only $2.99, and so I quickly grabbed a couple of them. There was a giant storm rolling in while I was at the farmer's market, so I felt a little bit rushed, but I ended up grabbing these just at the last minute, and I'm so glad I did because I think they just really add a lot of height and texture to the front porch. Speaking of storms, we live in the Midwest and we've had some pretty decent storms. It seems like the difference between living in the Midwest and being on the coast is that our storms roll in really fast and we have tornadoes. So let me know what part of the world that you live in and what kind of natural disasters are your biggest threat. And with that said, if you have been affected by the wildfires out in California, my heart goes out to you and I hope you are staying safe, and I hope that this passes very quickly for you so you can get back outside and enjoy some fresh air. Hope you had as much fun as I had doing this fall front porch makeover. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you have not already. Let me know in the comments what kind of videos you would like to see in the future. I have some really fun ideas coming up. So with that said, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great fall season, and we will see you in our next video.